Peace. Happy Sunday. I hope y'all had an amazing day. It's still Sunday for a bit. And today's Spiritual Sunday, right? So a lot of my conversations this weekend have been about balance. And what's super dope is when you begin to listen to people, things kind of resonate with you differently. And what I realized is balance isn't linear. Like, a lot of people try to draw a line in the sand and be like, in order to balance, I have to do equal parts of this and equal parts of that. And that's not how balance works. Let's take, for example, the yin and the yang, right? If you break it down, even it curves, right? But half of it is white, half of it is black, and then there's a little circle in it in the white side that's black and a circle in the black side that's white, right? Balance, for example, the balance that it takes to ride a motorcycle or ride a bike or go skating requires you to shift as opposed to lean to one side or the other, right? So if we think of balance in that way, how would we change things? How do we balance the art of, right, the discipline of control and motivation and going forward with surrendering and letting go? Things like what happened today with Kobe Bryant kind of shock us into that reality that it doesn't last forever. Like, we can get up tomorrow or we could not get up tomorrow. And really, God rest his soul, Kobe is no different than any one of us. The difference is in the dedication and the discipline to his craft and the thing that set his heart on fire. And for me, my goal is really important. One, to lead by example, and then say, hey, are you doing that thing for yourself? Because it's really important that you do. It's really important that however you find that balance to where you shift back and forth between having a 9-to-5 and making time for whatever your passion is. I made this post yesterday about breathing, essentially, which through fitness, through everything that you have to do, right? If you are trying to lift weights and you bring it down to your chest and you don't breathe, you could die. If you stop breathing, you will die. And when your muscles are hurting, they're calling for air. I say it in body weight toning, in strength training, and my friend Emily says it in yoga. Oxygen adds to the fuel of the fire. Oxygen adds to the passion of life. When you are unsure, when you are uncertain, when you are unbalanced, breathe. Just remember that you got this. Remember that through all the things that you've been through, you're still standing, you're still here. And then you're faced with more choices. Every day is a choice to get up and chase your dreams or sleep in, essentially. To live fully or die slowly, right? We know that the end goal, the finish line, we know what it is. We know that these bodies decay. We feel them. We feel them when our bones pop and our knees crack. And when we need a little bit more oil to our spine because we're not moving. Again, the Spiritual Sunday, it's learning to find the balance of giving of yourself and giving to yourself, right? The idea is that we love ourselves so abundantly that We have so much to give everybody else. I read this meme and it said, if you really want to change the world, make sure that everybody is better from when they've encountered you. I'm poorly paraphrasing, but make sure that everybody is better from their experience with you, essentially because you get what you give. So the more joy you give, the more you receive. Think about that in life. The balance of giving, right? But knowing your own boundaries to where you don't give your last to somebody who may not give back, right? You give without the expectation of receiving, but if you give without that expectation and without that boundary, you're going to do damage to yourself. And that's the opposite of the goal that we're trying to impart on not just ourselves, but those that love us and those that follow our lead. So tonight, rest easy, kiss those that you love, call someone that you haven't spoken to and tell them how you're feeling, positive or negative. Address issues. Try to begin to correct poor behaviors. Decide how much you can give and create the boundary, and then learn the balance. Remember that balance is not linear. It's not equal parts of anything. Sometimes you need to be more disciplined. Sometimes you need to switch gears and let go a little bit more. Sometimes you can coast on both feet and end up right in the middle. It really depends on where you're at and what's going on in your life at that moment. So Spiritual Sunday, remember that balance is not linear. You can't plant both feet flat and expect to move forward. At some time you have to push. And sometimes you have to push with your right foot, and sometimes you have to push with your left foot, which means you have to shift your weight. I hope you have an amazing evening, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's Monday. Never miss a Monday. It sets the tone for the week. I hope y'all have a great night. Check you later. Peace.